We have some of our favorite Bravo couples in the house. We have Melissa and Joe Gorga.
We have Guerdy and Russell Abraira, Miami.
We have Dolores and her magically delicious and her magically delicious new man, Paulie Connell. I mean, come on.
And we have Lindsay and Carl. So there is a lot of love that's going to be on this stage.
A lot of love, and just want to let you guys know that tonight's show is presented by Tri-State Cadillac.
Tri-State. And it works perfectly because their phrase is be iconic. And is there anything more iconic than our guests? No. No, I don't think so.
And there's certainly no one more iconic than our first guest, Joe and Melissa Gorga. Please come out to the stage.
Ow!
There they are.
There is a Joe Gorga loose on the stage.
What's up, everybody?
How we doing?
I'm trying not to show
It's a good mix. We have some people also in relationships. There's a lot of singles out there, too.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, good. We're like Cupid. We like to make them get together.
I mean, you guys have been together, we were just talking about it, for almost 19 years. I want to go back to the beginning. Tell me about the first Valentine's Day you ever celebrated together. Do you remember it?
Oh, geez, because we got together in October. So it would be almost like a full year. We might have been married already.
They did it quick.
We got married within 10 months.
Oh my
right?
God.
Oh, yeah. She
So
had to
we
lock
were-
me down.
We were engaged in 4 months and married within that year.
That is, I
Yeah.
love that.
So when you know, you know.
Why waste time when you know?
When you know, you know.
I guess,
And I mean, you guys clearly knew correctly because over a decade later, you are one of like the most beloved couples on Bravo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
What is the secret to maintaining such a, like, because you guys have so much fun together, a fun, spicy, successful marriage through all that time?
you. Don't answer.
Sex. You gotta do it. Without that, then. No, I always say, listen.
You know what he's gonna say. That was
Well-
like a
well,
stupid
listen.
question.
Listen, if you don't do it, you walk around, you become roommates. Who wants to be? I don't want a roommate that costs me a lot of money. I want to go around what happens is when you do it, right? Then you walk downstairs the next day, you walk by each other in the kitchen, and you touch each other. And you're like, oh, but if you don't do it, you're like, hey, how you doing? Did you pay that bill? No, did you pay that bill? All right, it's just friends.
I knew he was gonna answer that one.
You guys have a busy morning routine, it sounds like.
It is.
Yeah, if it were up to him, but now I'm the boss, so we do what I say.
Oh, they
She's
all
the
cheer
boss.
for that.
When did you become the boss, Melissa?
Oh, like within the last 10 years.
She became the boss day one.
The first 5 you were the boss. The last 10 I've been the boss. Or should I say 8? No.
Nah, you were
I'm
the
kidding,
boss
kind
from
of, but
day
not really.
one.
A little bit kidding.
Wow, okay.
No, I
love
made
that.
her. She was the boss from day one. She really was. When I met her, I put her on a pedestal. She was my baby. I fell in love with her. 20 years later, I'm still in love with her. Still.
I love, too, that Melissa's nickname is the boss, because you have a nickname for a part of you called Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Let's not forget this is a Valentine's love festival today.
Hey, isn't Tarzan a love story? I don't know.
It is. It's love.
I feel Tarzan's involved in your love story. Was Joe always like free and like kind of like this before you guys got met? Like the first day you met him, was he like, "Here's Tarzan"?
Yes. Yes, but I will say, like, I mean, should we tell personal stories? So
Yes.
we didn't do the thing for 2.5 months, right?
3.
So I didn't see Tarzan for like 2.5 months.
I played her right, boy.
Yeah.
I took her out. I wanted her so bad. But I wouldn't touch her. I played with her, right? Had her come over. I gave her a little kiss.
You guys social
I wanted
distance
to touch
before
it.
we social
I
distance.
wanted to go. I wanted to go to second base so bad.
Oh, you did. You touched. You were using your hands for sure.
And then I said, go home. I sent her on her way. Go home. She probably left. She was like, this son of a bitch don't even want me. Right, Dolores? Huh? She's like, this came over again. Yeah. Came over again. This little son of a bitch. He didn't want me again.
I gotta get him though.
And then when it happened, fireworks.
All right. You guys are setting us up for these crazy questions.
I feel I could have been like, hi, Joe. He would have been like, so second take.
You are so right. You're right. I can't even.
But obviously, it worked. It all worked because here you are nearly 2 decades later, stronger than ever. And we have a new season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey upon us. Guys, who saw the premiere? Who loved the premiere? Okay. I loved the premiere too, and I also loved to see democracy in action the other night on Watch What Happens Live. 75% of the audience was Team Joe and Melissa.
Oh, thank you.
That must feel good. How does it feel to have all that fan support going into a season that might be difficult to watch back?
It's always difficult. You know what? It's difficult when you're filming it, and then but there's fun parts too. But it's great. It's great to know that the people know that we are actually one of the longest standing couples on reality TV, period. Yes. There's really no one out there in the reality world who is married longer than us.
That's history.
Yeah, so we really have done this. It's not easy to be on national TV and have a whole marriage. Obviously, we get darts thrown at us often, and it's a crazy world, and we get that. But we love the love, obviously. We love that people appreciate it. We love that sometimes people actually appreciate seeing a happy family and things that, we have different struggles, right? It's not all the same struggles in every family. So we try to bring you that aspect because we're not all the same.
And have there been moments too, because like you guys said, you've been strong through it, dealing with it all. Are there moments when a new season's starting, you're like, I'm not gonna watch this. Do you guys watch it together? Do you go to separate rooms and you're like, talk to you in 45 minutes? What is the energy going into each season to prepare to relive it?
No, the only season, I'll admit, that I really did that was my first season, season 3. I hid under my bed. They had to pull me out by my legs. I didn't want to go to the pickup line.
How about
I was
the garage?
crying every day, and I was like, why did I sign by the dotted line? It was very hard for me.
It was, yes.
And I'll never forget this Kathy Walkeely, and I actually had a dream about this last night. I did. This is so crazy that you asked this.
Wow.
Kathy Walkeely came to my house and pulled me out from under my bed. And then I was crying in my garage, and she sat there for hours, talking me out of it. I was so stressed. I was like, how do I get off? I called the top producers, and I was like, I want out now. And they were like, nope, you're not getting out.
Oh my God. Thank you,
Tune in on
Jesus.
Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus, for Kathy
Thank you,
Wakili.
Jesus. But I stuck it through, and I just wasn't used to it at first. And I'm more of I like to my children to be proud. So I was like, oh my God, I'm that mom. I have to go to the pickup line.
She's a good woman from a good family, right? And then she married into an old school Italian family, and she took a beating. She did, and that's why I respect her and love her, because you know what? Yeah, she's the best. I mean, my mother was rough on her, my dad was rough on her, and my sister was great with her. She was great. So, I mean,
The jokes.
we are where we are.
Through all the beatings and the darts, how have you become stronger as a couple?
I think that it does. I know a lot of people do ask me that a lot. How does the show make you guys stronger? I think it tests you in a lot of ways, because it's all right, we're going to throw 1,000,000 darts at your marriage. We're going to accuse Melissa of being 1,000 different things and hooking up with 1,000 different guys. And is Joe still going to love you? Or vice versa.
And he always does.
No, but seriously, all joking aside, I don't think the show, it doesn't really interfere much with us, because we are truly the type that go and do the show, but when we go home, we let it go. So, and
Yes.
that's very important for your sanity and just to go the next day. If you bring it home with you and you're like, and you keep talking about it and talking about it, it rules your whole world. My kids barely know that they're on a TV show. Like, they know, but they don't. Like, they don't care, you know? So we don't keep it in our home. It's like, we go, we do what we do, and then we come home.
I love that because it's funny. We interviewed Rachel Fuda, the newbie this season, who we love.
Yes.
We love Rachel.
And you guys are good friends. And we were like, what advice? Because she's starting at the same time almost you started on the show.
Exactly, 31 years old, exactly the same thing with, I had a 2-month-old, and I think she's like a 4-month-old.
Yeah. She's born in 1991.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
Like,
Apply your retinol. But I love that she said that you told her just go home to your kids and your husband and let you all be together and everything like that. Did she lean on you a lot this season, do you feel?
I feel like social media on the Real Housewives of New Jersey, really just any Bravo Housewives show, can be rough, right? So I feel like that is the hardest part when you're a newbie and you're just joining. The hardest part is definitely like, oh my God, this person's judging me from Alabama, and this person's judging me from Missouri, and you're like, I know, just let it roll off. You know, that's the hardest part, and that could really be damaging to someone if you're not used to it. So that's what I really wanted to like teach her in the beginning, like, in one ear, out the other, block and move, block and move.
well, it's nice that Rachel had you to lean on during the season.
Yeah.
Who do you feel like you guys leaned on during this season? Is there anyone you sort of like relied on for support who maybe feels even more like a family member now?
Louis.
I mean, honestly, before, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I
don't think Joe's being honest.
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Jacqueline Larita called me before I was even on the show, before I even filmed the show, would call me 17 times a day, give me the download about everyone, everybody, turn it inside out. Like, that's who called me before I even entered the building and like gave me the lowdown on like everything. So she would call me like literally 6 times a day. Oh. Yeah, which was nice. I'm not saying it in a negative form. She's very like, needs to be in the know, and like, so she would just call me every day and like we would talk, and that was that.
Any thoughts on the Jacqueline TikToks?
Oh, I don't even follow her on TikTok. I have no
Same. I don't follow Jacqueline on TikTok either.
Sorry, I'm serious. I really don't.
I do, and she says things which is weird,
Yeah,
but
like since she moved and got off the show, I have no connection. I know everybody who's no longer on the show no longer likes anybody on the show. I don't know why, but like I just don't get it. But it is what it is.
what is your, like, do you have any thoughts on that? I feel like once people leave a show, they're like, let me burn everything down. Where do you think that comes from? And have you ever talked to a past castmate to be like, hi, what happened?
No, what happened? No.
You say that every day. What will happen? we don't even know what happened.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That part I don't know. I don't think, and I don't want to, like, I don't think I'll ever do that. I think I'll just go in peace.
That's
you
fair.
know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can't speak for that because it hasn't happened to me yet.
That's true.
You know? So.
And we asked about who, like, newbies, the Rachel and everyone that you were like leaning on and helping out this season. Joe, the husbands we love them on Jersey.
They're great.
You guys have some fun.
Thank you.
How are our boys this season?
Yeah, and there's some new boys in the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. This season you're gonna love. With the guys, we had a great party at our shore house. Epic. No, it's gonna be epic. It's the best initiation
Yeah, it was
yet.
It was fun.
Wait till you see this one.
Yeah.
I swear, and I thought about it that morning.
Yes, I missed
because my
you.
life is so busy. I don't know if you guys think I put time into this. I really don't. They're like, you're filming, I'm running, I'm working,
Joe,
kids.
yeah.
All right, filming. I get to the shore house. They're like, all right. I'm like, oh, I got to initiate somebody tonight. Amazon this. You're going to see what on Amazon. And it was a great night.
Who was initiated the best?
Fuda.
John Fuda.
John Fuda. You're going to love this guy. Wait till you see this.
They tortured him.
We tortured him.
I was in pain watching. Like my body hurt watching him.
Oh my God. Well, I can't wait to see what happens there.
No,
Yeah.
it's amazing. It really is.
It's a great episode.
Well, we have Paulie in the house, one of the new.
Yeah, Paulie.
Before we talk to him, what are your thoughts on Paulie?
I hate that guy.
I I love the way he says.
We're gonna make him say it.
Did I do that good, Paulie? No, I like that someone bosses Dolores around. That's what I like.
Yes.
Finally, she could go out with her friends all the time. She could do whatever. Now she's like, I gotta be with Paulie.
Know what I like?
It's about time someone puts a leash on Dolores. I love it.
You know what I like about Paulie? Dolores. I like to touch that.
He is a poet.
Right,
He
Paulie?
does. He does have a way with words.
That's the best line ever. Swear to God, you gotta give it to him.
I mean,
Danny and I have questions about that poem.
it's
Yeah, we have a lot.
Valentine's Day.
You guys have shown so much of your life on the show, and you were talking about your kids. Antonio's getting to that college age. How are you feeling with the transition? Are you kind of like, what is that what is that process going through your head with that? And are we going to see some of that on the show?
Yes, I mean, you're not going to see. I mean, we're really going through college stage right now. That's crazy to me. I mean, the world actually met Antonia as a 4-year-old.
I feel that's crazy for everyone in the audience.
Yes.
Yes.
She was like asking how old Jesus is at 4 years old. So it's crazy to me that now they're gonna watch her eventually like go off to college. So it's
I don't
crazy.
want her to go to college. I really don't. I said, go to here. Go around the corner.
If it was up to him, she's not gonna go to
I mean,
college.
what? You know, it's sad. They leave you. You know, it's my little baby girl. No, it's sad. It really is. How do you
She's
know?
like, there's nothing
when
good
they
that
leave
happens in
Jersey, they
college.
don't come back, right? I'm always like, hey, where's your kid live? Oh, he lives in Missouri. What happened? He went to Missouri University. Actually, they don't come back. No, they don't come back.
Does she want to stay in New Jersey?
No, she's either gonna go to Penn State
Oh.
Okay.
or Delaware.
Okay.
Which one, guys? Penn State or Delaware?
What?
All
And what
right, I know both of those schools have such strong, like people go crazy over both of those schools.
Obviously.
Yeah. So
What I love too is that we got to know your kids on the show, but there's always, I feel like, levels where like you kind of are protecting them by not having them on the show as much. Do you have advice for when new housewives join or something about how they should negotiate that borderline of like, make sure let your kids be kids a little bit?
of course, yeah. I mean, you can't teach that. That has to come from within. A lot of times I feel like when people use their children, it's very selfish. And that's selfish as a mother to use your child. So I made sure I've never done that, never tried to pull some points on this team using my child, because to me, that's an extremely selfish move to my child.
You said your children are hardly aware that mom and dad are on a reality show, or that they're on a reality show. But clearly, mom and dad have been reality stars for a pretty long time now. Are they proud of you, or do you still cringe them out?
I cringe one of them out, totally.
Okay, which one?
Gino.
Gino's like, oh my God, don't come here with those boots on. Don't even speak when you get there. And just sit in the corner in the back. Yeah, Gino is just like very like, Mom, shh, put your head down.
What did he say?
It's weird. The other day it was
last
like
week?
teacher's night, or parents came to the wrestling, whatever it was. He's like, you don't have to come. I'm like, Gino. He's like, but like everyone's gonna look at you. I'm Melissa Gorga. Like he hates it. Gino hates it. He hates it. And Joey's the biggest ham of the family. Like if he was here, he would do a dance. And Antonia,
It's his namesake. The Joe's in the family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Antonia can like take it or leave it. None of them are like in, you know.
I also want to, because I forgot to, I was thinking this earlier. We talked to Jackie this week too, who we love. And she was
Jackie.
just Goldschneider,
Yes.
who we love.
We love Jackie.
Love Jackie.
We love Jackie.
And she was talking about the newbie Danielle.
Okay.
And she was
Oh, here comes.
not stop, so let's take that.
We're
Let's-
gonna make a left turn here. I could feel it. Go ahead.
Well, no, because I love how much you all support Jackie.
Okay.
Because I love my Jackie. And Jackie said that Danielle went for her because she felt like she was the easiest target. Why do you think Jackie felt Danielle thought that about her? That Jackie was the easy target to go after?
So you're saying that Jackie said,
Danielle went after her all season because she wanted
Right.
to just pummel someone down.
you know what? Because I think we all knew filming all season. She's probably saying that because we knew she was going to be a friend of. So it wasn't something that we didn't know. We knew that going into it. So I think that's why she felt, some sort of way. And I just had her on my podcast on display.
That was a great interview.
You guys listen. It's so good. I just had Jackie this week,
Yeah.
and she admitted, which I liked, that she was having a moment when she did that this week, and she kind of, what did she do? She was like a little bit.
She told
She was
Rachel,
like, "Look at me when you're speaking."
Yeah.
You better
Yes.
address me, which honestly I don't blame her.
I know.
We love
So-
eye contact.
Yes, so she had a moment, but she admits that she had a moment, and that's why you gotta love her. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, I didn't know my role. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I felt uncomfortable, and I get that. It was our first like all group event.
I know.
So.
But I love that she is like. It seems like she's in the upcoming season so much because when we talk about couples, we love Jackie.
Oh yeah, everybody loves Evan.
Oh my God, he is the hottest Evan on the planet.
That's brave of you to say. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I said the hottest Evan, not the hottest house husband, Guerdy.
Guerdy's back.
Russell Abraira is very hot. We all know that.
He went in for a handshake. I was like, I'm hugging you. Yeah. But should we play a little? Because you guys have been together for so long. We want to do a little. Oh, who's texting you?
Phone's going off. Okay, go.
So we want to play a little game with you guys. It's called the Not So Newlywed Game.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna see how well.
She's so excited.
Yeah, we're gonna see how well you know each other. Nearly 19 years of marriage later.
Oh, I gotta. Oh shit. Sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, I can put this down.
Yes, because we
Don't look at each other's boards. Don't cheat.
He's a cheater.
Oh, not that kind.
Or I am.
All right. So wait, clap if you think Melissa's gonna win.
Okay.
Clap.
Now clap if you think Joe's gonna win.
They think. Okay. They think Melissa. Okay. And also, are we competitive?
Yeah. It's a Leo and an Aries.
Yes. Lots of
Yeah.
fire.
All right. So the first question is, who is each other's celebrity hall pass?
Oh!
What? Hers?
So
Hers?
you write hers.
Wait.
Why did I forget his name? But I know. I know.
You can say the show.
Okay. He can say the show.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know the show, but I'm gonna say
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. Don't show it yet. Okay. That's a good
That's
one.
a good one.
You did,
no-
but it's okay. Did you write yours?
this. Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
so,
let's see him.
So no, let's say. So Melissa, who is yours?
Dr. McDreamy.
Doctor. Yeah.
Okay. And Derek.
He's ugly as shit. He's old now.
Okay. And Joe, who is yours?
Well, I have a lot.
Who's your one that you like a lot?
Wait. Holly? I mean, Eva. Eva.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Wow.
Those Latins. those
Okay.
Latins.
So you guys still know each other.
You got that in.
Okay.
Both right.
Yeah, you were. I'm proud of you guys.
When that show comes on, she's like, ah. I'm like, what are you doing?
Wait, do you like the blonde hair he has now?
Sorry, what?
He dyed his hair blonde, I think.
I know, but he looks, whatever he does, it's okay.
Okay, you're into it?
All right. The next one is morning sex or evening sex. What does your partner prefer?
Okay. Or, okay.
You can write whatever you
Well,
think
yeah.
the answer is.
Write whatever the truth
So
is.
you write what you think, what Melissa's answer. Yeah.
What Melissa
All
likes.
I
Yeah.
think what he likes.
Yeah.
So how do you say
I hope you guys get this one right.
Me too, Paulie.
Joe, what do you think Melissa's is?
Before dinner.
Okay. That's a
Like
specific
before
time.
we go out.
Okay. Do you,
Wait,
no?
that wasn't one of the options.
What do you mean? What?
That is the correct
Like-
answer. Then.
Okay. So that's a point for
The
Joe.
important part is that I like it before we leave for dinner and drink and eat.
Okay. Same.
If I had to pick for Joe,
You got to talk into the mic.
what do you want me to tell?
Also, Joe, what's your answer?
I like it at night, coming home. I like coming home, looking at her all night, having dinner, getting turned on. Come home, take that dress off. I like to build that shit up, Now, like, give me a quickie, all right? Hurry up. You're not getting it till next Tuesday, but it's Tuesday now.
Okay, wow, yes.
I prefer before we go anywhere.
Okay, yeah. Well, I like on Tuesday, so that's how you celebrate New Jersey on Bravo. All right, so the next one is what is each other's biggest turn off?
Off?
Yes.
Oh, turn off.
So I have to write what
Joe's biggest turn off is.
or what mine is. I should be writing, I think.
Yes, what is Melissa's
got it.
biggest
I got
turn
mine.
off?
What is Melissa's biggest turn off?
My biggest turn off.
Yeah, let's do that.
So
I was born after Rachel Fuda,
Yeah.
so I don't really know the Newlywed Game.
am I answering mine or hers?
Hers.
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 No, wait,
Yeah.
Joe's.
Yours. You answer your own.
We're
I
confusing
answer my own.
ourselves.
Oh, yes, you write your own. Okay, now we're back. Okay. Oh, wait, we have the same one. Yes. Wait, you need to put a word in that, but I know what you mean.
Food in the what?
Your.
Oh, wait, okay, so. All right, so.
Don't come for Melissa's grammar.
No, I'm helping her win. I'm competitive too.
Put that all day on Instagram. I'm good.
All right, so, Joe, what do you think Melissa's biggest turnoff is?
Her biggest turn off?
Yeah.
Asking for sex.
Chewing with food in his mouth.
Oh, okay. So
Opening his mouth and eating at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. While
okay,
asking-
gotcha.
Now,
Yes, that's what it is.
that's not what I meant.
All right, so what is Joe's?
What is mine?
Oh, the biggest turn off. Jesus. When I'm like, hurry up, hurry up.
He doesn't like being rushed.
Saying no to sex.
Okay.
Same thing.
Right. Oh, okay. Okay. Who said I love you first? Can you remember?
Now, wait, okay, let's both write who did it.
Oh, I wonder if we should turn them at the same time.
Yes, we should.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Her.
Oh!
No, she did. 1,000%.
You're such a mushy guy.
Yo, put your mic up.
Shit,
You
well,
gotta
here.
talk.
Joe, what do you remember? What do you remember from when she said I
Yes.
love you? What do you recall?
I don't remember.
She
We're going
said-
back into
I'm
time.
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you
You
what
don't like
happened.
that?
I was 24. Jesus.
Gosh.
Here's what happened. The first night, you know,
He's lying.
we made love. She looked at me. She goes, "Oh my God, I love you." I remember that like it was yesterday. I can never forget it. I
But
swear to God.
Do you
I
also
don't
recall?
remember,
Okay.
so we'll go with his story.
Okay.
Okay, I love that.
All right, all
Well, I
right.
feel like that leaves us on a great place for some fan
Because I think
questions.
you guys tied, and I don't, because you two are competitive.
Yeah.
I don't want to win or
Right? Yeah, we don't want to upset you guys. No
All right.
fights
Fine.
tonight.
No fights, no fights.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay.
we have time for some fan Q&As.
So if anyone has a question, hoot and holler. And Jenna.
Oh, I got one over here.
Jenna someone is running around with a mic.
It's so dark in here.
Hello,
I can't
sir.
see anybody.
What's your question?
So for Melissa, if
Hi.
you do another ultimate girls trip and you could pick your own dream team, who are you taking with you?
That's a great question.
Oh, that sounds fun. Okay, well, first of all, I'm mad that Margaret and Dolores haven't gone on one yet, so I'm gonna pick one of them. Pick one of them. I definitely need a spicy Miami girl because they're killing it. Guerdy, are you in? This one, you'll just bring the fashion the whole time. Let me think.
That sounds
I
great.
would like Bethany to come, even though she won't do it. I want to like mingle with her. I like her brains. I want to work with her a minute. I think that could be fun. And then who else? Portia. I would like Portia to
Yeah.
come. I think she's fun and energetic.
Would you want Joe to crash the party?
No. It's called Girls Trip. Definitely not. And then maybe we'll take. I mean, Tamara's gone on a lot recently, hasn't she?
But I'd watch her on another season of Girls
She has her
Trip.
miles.
Yeah, she does.
She's in the Delta Lounge.
She's been doing it. But yeah,
That's
those.
I like that.
That's a great group. Okay, is there someone else?
One more question.
Oh, this guy
For
right
Melissa.
If you could bring back a former New Jersey housewife, who would it be and why?
Ooh.
Full time.
I mean, honestly, I always say this. Like, I loved Caroline Manzo, and I loved the dynamic because Caroline doesn't come alone. She comes with Albie and Christopher, and like she has a crew. And I think Jersey loves a crew, right?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I like a full family. I don't like a one and done. So she comes with like a bunch of people. That's why I like Caroline.
I love that. And I also feel like I'm missing her family. I like Albie and I'm like, what have they been up to? I want to know.
Right. Like yes.
And also because I love that Joe partied with them, so I want more of those moments.
I used to go to Joe Boken.
Joe Boken. Yeah.
Joe Bo.
Yes.
I love that. Well, what I love more than that is you two, because you guys are such a fun couple. And I just love seeing you guys happy together.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I think everybody else does too.
Truly. Yes.
Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
Woo!
Thank you.
Give it up for
Thank you.
Melissa and Joe.
Literally, we have a hot as hell fire captain, Russell Abraira, in the house, and his lovely wife, Guerdy. They are ready to Gerdify this stage. Hello, Russell. Very nice to see you. Give her a hug. Ooh! Oh, hug.
And that's called foreplay.
Wow.
Well, to kick it off, Guerdy, we're so excited that you convinced Russell to do this because
It took 3 tries, and I won on the 3rd strike, of course. I Gerdified that bitch.
Oh, okay. Wait. How did you Gerdify him, Guerdy? What did it take to get him to New York?
Well, so, you know, he's very determined. He's low-key, but when Russell says no, it's a big, fat no until I say so. So I had to kind of maneuver my way into convincing him to do this.
No more shutting down at night.
No more.
Wow, I love
She's
that.
wide open like 7-Eleven.
Oh. All right then.
I love that.
Okay.
And also, Russell, I just need to know, how much would you rather be playing Heads Up right now?
It's called charades, by the way. What is that
is it?
called? I don't know. Like we play it all the time. People are like, "Oh my God, that was so outdated. What are you guys doing?" My kids are obsessed with charade. That's what it's called, right, Russell? Yes. Okay. And then we play it all the time, so we love it.
So to answer your question,
Yeah.
we appreciate everybody here, but yeah, I would rather be playing with my kids at home.
Or watching
Best
Star
dad.
Wars.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, you guys have been together for so long, kind of like Melissa and Joe.
27 years together, married 20 years. Married 27, 27 together.
How does one Gerdify a relationship to make it last for decades? Like, what is the secret to your success?
He's traumatized. He's literally traumatized. He's not crazy. He ain't going nowhere. And he's in jail in the Guerdy world, hemisphere. I got my own NFT and all that shit. Yeah.
I'm not traumatized. I just love her very much. And we're stuck together forever, so.
Seriously.
Love
Like
that.
soulmate.
And I love, because of course we didn't see you guys in the moment all when you first met and everything. Russell, can you take us back to that moment and like, how did you go up to like an icon like Guerdy? Because did we all see her reunion look? Yeah. I feel like you never are not in an amazing look. So Russell, bring us back to the first time you guys met.
Long story, keep it short.
All right, so we were in 10th grade.
Oh.
We're 45 right now, so.
I would never.
She played volleyball, I played basketball. Her volleyball coach recruited me to play volleyball for the boys team, the men's team. I met her there. I said, wow, look at this sexy woman.
In the sexiest sport of volleyball.
And yeah, I'm not 6'5" or anything. You know.
Honey, he's a shooter. He makes
I was a
he
shooter.
makes it count. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So we met there, but I had no idea that I could ever get with her. She was with the star of the basketball team at the time. And this was 10th grade, so time passed. 12th grade, came around. she became available. So.
I mean, yeah. So here's what happened after that. So always thought he was the cutest thing ever. I'm like, oh my God, he's not my type. I don't know what my type is, but you know what? Whatever. So every time I saw him, I'm like, hey, hi, Russell, in the hallway. Strike one. And he's so quiet. He's like, hi. So I'm like, wow. Is that what we're doing here? We don't talk back to people? Strike two. Hi, Russell. Hi. And I'm like, wow, whoa, who raised you, wolves? Wow. Strike three, hi, Russell. So after the third time, I'm like, excuse me, stop right here. Why are you not responding to me? That is very rude. We're humans. I'm a human. Are you an animal? What are we doing? The fourth time, I'm like, hi, Russell. He comes up and he gives me the biggest hug ever. And I'm like, okay, now we're starting something. And then from there on, I saw him everywhere. I would go to the library in the corner like a loser looking for like the book for Anne Klein, whatever. And he'll be like in the same corner. The next day, I'm in practice and he's in practice. It was meant to be.
From that point on, it was like we were together from that point on.
See, he's so cocky. You're like, you think you had this thing like I hello, and you didn't. But you kind of did, but you didn't know that
And what
yet.
I'm wondering, too, is because you guys, obviously, it probably has changed since you guys first started dating. But what is your ideal date night now?
We're not cheesy like that.
Oh.
We let it flow. I swear. The best thing about it is that, like, I'm going to light candles. I'm going to put on Barry White. Like, we're not like that at all. Like, listen to me. This man walks into the room, and I'm like, yep, I still would. Yes! No. I don't know what it is, guys. I promise you, this is not normal. I swear to God. I'm like this. Boom. That's my man. Yep. We did that.
Oh my
like,
God.
I'm obsessed. Like, yeah.
Wait, what are your signs? We know that.
Capricorn, Scorpio.
Oh.
She has it ready.
And by the way, my father's a Scorpio, his father's a Scorpio, and he's a Scorpio. The three men of my lives, except for my kids, of course. But Scorpios rule as a man.
Oh
For
my
a Capricorn
God.
woman, I don't know anybody else, but yeah. Loyal as shit, the best of the best to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scorpio guys are sexy.
And
BDE, baby.
I also, too, I feel Russell has a little air of mystery on the show.
That's what I love about him. Yeah.
So it's Scorpio. So what would viewers and our audience right now be most surprised to learn about Russell? And Russell, you can also answer this if you have a fun fact about yourself.
I mean, you already know that I love Star Wars, so I love all that comics and Star Wars and stuff like that. I love hanging out with my kids. But I guess you don't get to see it on the show, but yeah, I run a fire station, so there's that aspect of it.
He puts out.
We would
a lot
see
of
you
fires.
in the calendar if you did it.
If he
No
did it, but you know what?
calendars.
I think the Jersey crew did it best. I think they got that covered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should he? Should he, guys? Yes. All right, next season we'll see what happen.
I'm manifesting it. Dolores just said he could be on the New Jersey calendar, so.
By default, he'll take the place. Yeah.
Russell, how does it feel to be entering the pantheon of hot house husbands? Like, and Guerdy, how are you handling the thirst for your husband?
I want to be his agent. I literally am like, Russell, okay, ready, push-ups, come on, let's go. He hates this entire attention thing, which is again mixing more sexy than ever. Like you want what you can't have, right, ladies? So it's kind of like damn, or gentlemen actually. So it's kind of like damn. Yeah, so I'm working on that. I want the people to have what they want. You know, I'm trying to give y'all what you want. So I'm going to try to be his agent and see what happens because the demand is very high.
Oh, wait, okay.
I'm not jealous. I am not. I know, like, so stable. All good.
Russell, how do you
He
feel?
ain't crazy.
I mean, I go to work, I come home.
You're a Bruce Springsteen song. I love it. It's just like, I go to work, I come home.
When it's time to film, we film, and that's about it.
Wait,
I don't pay attention to anything else, pretty much. I mean, I got my family at home, and I got my guys at work. Shout out to them. And I got to protect them, and I got to protect my family. So
how do you feel about the husbands on Miami? Because a lot of them have started to be getting in the drama more with some shouting, some crazy dinners and everything. How is your take on that, Russell, and then Guerdy?
Myself personally, I mean, if I can stay out of that, I will. I think that's women's business. But I can also understand, like the incident that happened at the dinner. I can understand one perspective. I wouldn't have handled it that way, but I can understand what he was going through. His wife was probably maybe pushing him to make a case for herself.
He?
Yeah, who are?
I mean, everybody knows, there was Todd and Anthony. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's it.
I mean, they each had their story and they stuck to it.
I like them both. Like I said, I wouldn't handle it that way, but kudos to him for sticking up for his woman.
Do you like them both, Guerdy?
Repeat that?
Do you like them both, Todd and Anthony?
I do actually. I love it. I mean, I've been wanting to have double date with Todd and Alexia for a while, and it just hasn't happened yet. Nicole, Dr. Nicole is my girl from day one, and I stick with loyalty for sure.
I'm still waiting for her private jet to land over here.
I was just on it 2 days ago. We were on it. Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, same, I missed you. That's so funny.
People obviously are loving Dr. Nicole. People are loving you guys. People are not loving Lenny Hochstein.
Take a drink. It's a drinking game.
Yeah,
Everyone
exactly.
take a sip.
After today's episode, take a
We
sip.
mentioned Lenny, yeah, so you got to take a sip.
And again, who? What? Who? What?
After filming this season and after filming the reunion, how are you processing everything that went down on Lisa Lane? I mean, what's the state today?
It's hashtag Lisa Lane, #1. And my advice stuck because I said to her, it's you and your kids, move on, focus, and next time, like onwards, right? And so all the other girls all of a sudden now are saying, oh my God, yeah, you should just do you and the kids. I'm like, yeah, I've been said that. Like,
Guerdy had it right from the moment they mentioned it, so
yeah,
please recognize.
Editing is a bitch, and there was way more to that content, but yeah, for sure. I'm all about like progressing in life, and she's an amazing woman, and she's gonna be all right. Lisa's got this. Lisa's good.
I love that you brought up that moment because I was so confused when all the ladies got mad at you because I was like, isn't Guerdy just being very supportive of Lisa? I was like, why is everyone yelling at her now?
Exactly. Yeah, people like to act with chaos and confusion where they don't want to acknowledge your strength in the group, but soon they will. Stay tuned to next season, baby. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, love to hear that, and I can't wait to see how things played out at the reunion. How would you tease the reunion? What kind of conflict went down? I kind of feel like Alexia had a lot of beef on her platter. There's you, there's Dr. Nicole, there's Adriana.
I mean, Andy had to apologize for yelling at some people who were not just getting it. So you'll see that happen, and you know what? The 3 words I will use is chaos, emotional, and a lot of yelling.
Did you leave it thinking of any of your castmates differently? Like, oh, now I understand their point of view differently, or now I'm like,
Yes.
oh, now I really got, yeah.
And in a negative way. Some people who I gave 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots, go. And I look at them like, you know what? You're really not the person I wish you were. And so at the reunion, I had an enlightenment. And next season, I'm ready. On go.
An enlightenment. What unenlightenment you said?
Yeah.
What was the kind
some
of
people
epiphany?
disappointed me, and again, the problem is that some people in the cast are not remembering that it's called a reboot. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, because if you were so successful back then, you would still been on TV, wouldn't you have? So there has been a remix. It's called a remix, right? And so
And it
we
went
are
#1.
in here for a reason, and we need to respect each other. And when people think that they're on 50 and you're at 0, we're gonna have a problem. Because I came to this country from Haiti to Paris, from Paris to America, speaking no language, French and English. So now I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. And people are gonna have to respect that. I made it on my own, and for anyone to think that they can just do whatever they want and lay on their backs and get paid and think that they're better than me, no, we're not gonna do this. No. Hierarchy will never, never win with me. And when I feel like someone thinks they're above me because of who knows what accolades they think they have over me, it's gonna be an issue for me. So I'm looking forward to everyone understanding that we're all on the same playing field and we're here to move forward together. Sisterhood.
Something tells me you're not one of the only fans on OnlyFans.
Well, I don't know. I'm here to fix crowns. I'm fixing crowns. I'm not here to snatch any.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Guerdy just shut it down in here, guys. Okay, Russell.
Have you guys been Gerdified yet?
Oh, yes, they have been. Russell, who is your favorite of Guerdy's friends on the show?
Dr. Nicole, for sure.
Yeah, she's great.
Very, very down to earth, very nice.
She likes Star Wars.
Well, and
Just
She
found
likes Star
out
Wars
she likes
too?
Star
she does.
Wars.
Oh, well,
Anthony, you like Star Wars too? I know it.
well. Speaking of Nicole, I think she sent something here tonight for you.
Yeah, we heard there's a special delivery from Dr. Nicole.
Special delivery from Dr. Nicole.
Oh.
Would you hand
Who's
me
saying that?
seven?
What?
Oh my God. Wow. Dr. Nicole
Wait,
sent
what?
us
Are you serious?
Magic mirrors.
Yeah.
Mirrors.
Wow, Danny, I think one of these belongs to you.
Oh.
So,
Are you guys serious?
yeah, yes.
Yes.
Dr. Nicole sent these. And they have some. They have questions.
She put questions. She's curious about what's going on.
You know I
here.
love to read a mirror, honey.
No. You'll
Wait,
read it soon. Well, I'll read it to you.
Yeah.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who actually is the fakest housewife of them all?
Damn it,
Dr.
man.
Nicole wrote it.
Well, yeah.
Do you
Yeah, it's
agree
gonna
with-
be Larsa.
Okay.
Next question.
Okay. All right. Okay. We got another one. Oh, these mirrors, they're shady. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Why did Andy Cohen scream at Larsa at the reunion?
Well, it's over the definition of a child out of wedlock. Is that called a bastard or is that not?
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
So it's literally like trying to move forward, and there's a misunderstanding about what the content of some context are, and so you'll see what happens at the reunion, obviously. But it's literally kind of like, do we get it? Do we get it? Do we get it?
Do we get it?
Do we get it?
I don't know. You have to watch.
Well, speaking of, this mirror is excited for us to watch because it's also wondering, mirror, mirror on the wall, who was the worst dressed at the reunion after all?
Actually, 305 till I die, we did that thing. Moving the bar way up. I'm sorry, everybody won, period.
Well, I mean, you were best dressed, but everybody else looked great.
Yeah, I wore 25-pound dress of chains, actually, sorry. Yeah,
Wait.
yeah,
I
it was
actually have
pretty
a
epic.
question about that dress.
Okay.
You're very animated, Guerdy. Did it restrict you from being animated during the reunion, or
Absolutely
could you?
not.
Okay, good.
The
good,
weight
good.
was at the bottom. The hands were free to go, so I was voguing the whole time. Andy, yes, next question.
Russell, were you a fan of the dress?
I loved it. I mean, I was asking for pictures when she was doing her fitting, and I was asking, how's everything going? Okay, send me the damn picture.
He loved it.
Do you run outfits by Russell ever? Or
Yeah, I wore, yeah. It's been a great New York trip.
oh,
Yes.
Okay. Russell, I feel like this mirror has kind of like a question for you. Both of you can answer it, but it says, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the messiest gringo among the Miami men?
Gringo. The messiest gringo. I mean, listen. I don't even know if I want to answer this question because you know what? Everybody could be messy at some time. It's called kitchen talk. So Anthony had his moment, though it was filmed, but it's called kitchen talk. You don't think this one's talking shit? Of course he is. But it's not being filmed, right? So, everyone has their moments, and Todd, Anthony can both take the crown at this point. But it's all good. They're
Men are
defending their
gonna
women, and I love that about it.
Men are gonna defend their women. I mean, unless they're not serious about it, obviously they're gonna stick up for their women and see their side of the story. So that's all I have to say about that.
They're not crazy.
and this question, I guess, is because you guys are on a trip. These current episodes, you guys are on a trip. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who shocked you the most on this trip?
shocked me the most? I would say Adriana, who I love, only because she's going through stuff and she says things that shock the hell out of all of us. We're like, Adriana, no, put the lid back on.
No, Adriana, yes.
Adriana, I know, but I know. And remember, me and Adriana did not have a good start. And for some reason, that's my girl right now. Like, I'm writing for Adriana hard because I see her. And I needed a second to understand her. And then I saw her. And now I'm, like, writing with my girl, Adriana.
Oh, I love that. Okay, this next one must have been watching what Alexia had to say about you. She said, mirror, mirror on the wall, which of your castmates is in actual need of an exorcism?
Is in need of one?
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, actually, you'll see that Kiki is going through some things. No, you'll see. And so it's not about an exorcism. None of us need it. It's just kind of like some of us take things in differently, and so we support her and what she may have experienced in the Bahamas, which you'll see soon. But it's all about sisterhood, girl power, all day long.
I love that, but I am picturing like all of you standing around Kiki, like performing an exorcism, which I kind of love.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys have been
it's called a rage release, by the way. You'll see.
You guys have been having some intense trips.
I know, and that's why I'm like scared. I'm like, hide your kids, hide your wives. I don't want to go on this trip. Another trip.
Okay, and this mirror really is asking me
It's
to
a
ask
lot
you
of
about
questions,
your housewife.
isn't it?
Yeah. This last one is mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the most overrated housewife of them all?
In all the franchises?
She
All
can
the
transcend
franchises.
Miami.
All the franchises. I can't. No. Everyone shines differently, and that's what the problem is that everyone, like women especially, I think that we take each other down. We want to we want to try to criticize each other. Everyone has their lane, and my message is literally go into your tunnel vision. You can't see left, you can't see right. It's all about you, and do you, boo boo. So no.
Ooh. And if you're lucky, you might end up in Vogue a few times like you do.
Yeah, and Harper Bazaar and Martha Stewart and Brides. Yeah. Thank you, Jesus. Melissa.
Yes. Thank you, Jesus. Well, thank you, Jesus, for taking the time, coming up on stage, certifying this show.
And now we have some time left. We have some questions, Q&As in the audience. Jenna's going to run around with a mic. Raise your hand if you have some cues for Guerdy or Russell.
Okay. She's so eager in the front.
She is really
I mean, hook her sister up over here. Yeah.
So, Alexia never apologized to Adriana about the misinformation about her married boyfriend. What do you think about that? Why didn't anyone call her out on that?
And that's, well, again, we can't be the police officer of every single argument, right? But the point of the matter is that it's also a good thing in a sense, because then when she's needing Adriana to do something towards the end, which you'll see soon, it's kind of like when you do good by others, then let others be good to you. Mm-hmm. So you gotta honestly, literally lead by example, and that's where I realized there was a shifting point in my thought about, you know what, I'm not gonna kick a sister while she's down, and that's the reason why I had a complete shift in my opinion of the whole situation that happens in the Bahamas. So you have to watch and see, and everything happens for a reason, and you'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, anyone else?
All right, over here.
Hi.
Hi.
Since you're not currently being televised, can you name one housewife or Bravo celebrity that wasn't nice or friendly to you at BravoCon?
I am being televised, and I will tell the truth under oath, and it's okay. And I was like, and page 6 exposed me.
We did.
I don't care. Listen, I was at BravoCon, and it wasn't about not being nice. It was about feeling a little dismissed. And it was by Kenya, my queen. I love her. So first, I love Kenya more. But the second thing was kind of like we were rushing into different rooms. We had VIP receptions. And it was kind of like, oh my God, Kenya! And then she's like, whoa. Like she thought I was a fan probably. And she didn't know who I was. It's all good. She'll know now, obviously. Real House of Miami. Okay, season 4 and 5. Hi. I want to hug you. I love you, Kenya. Yes. Yeah. You're close enough. Go ahead. Ask your question, my love.
You want to hold your mic up, Danny?
I love you.
I'm very loud. First of all, this is my Russell.
Baby.
And we're so grateful for your representation.
Wow.
And it's very important to be seen. And we'd like to know what kind of feedback you've gotten We're raising a son. You
Okay.
have boys. It's
Yeah.
important, and thank y'all.
You're welcome. And again, I'm never gonna be fake on TV because I don't even know what that means. I don't know how to be fake, right? So the thing about it is that one thing you haven't even seen this man do is raise 2 black boys on TV because he can't relate to them in a sense of like their internal like perspective of the world and how the world sees them. He can only help and advise, but he will never know what it feels like. So it's interesting, and you haven't seen it yet, and it's very touchy. But I look forward to them seeing how he's so strong, and he was raised with a diverse group of people, and he relates to my kind, your kind, any kind, and I love that about him, his transparency, and I can't wait to hopefully see that. That'll be interesting for me to even watch, because it's not even something that many people can attest to or have witnessed, so it's going to be interesting. And we have a lot of nephews that are also black, and he's at the head of the whole thing, and he loves to play basketball. So one day, hopefully, all 5 of our nephews together, you'll see this little crowd of boys playing basketball, and Russell at the head saying, 1, 2, 3, go team! I can't wait for you to see that because he's a leader. He's amazing.
Oh, I love that, and I'm so excited to see more of you guys on Miami because you two are so amazing. Thank you so much for doing this with us.
Thank you, guys.
Clap it
Thank
up
you.
for Russell and Guerdy.
Come on.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, of course. Oh, too cute. Well, maybe you can start a band with our next guests.
Oh, I would love to because I'm ready for them.
I'm so ready for them. Dolores Catania.
And Paulie! Can we clap for Dolores' outfit? And
You look so good.
Glasses on, Paulie.
What the am I doing up here?
Paul.
No.
Paul had no idea what he signed up for, by the way,
She
guys.
didn't tell me I was going to be on TV.
You guys, the first time I met Paulie, I was doing a Zoom with Dolores. We were talking about the season 12 reunion, and at that time, we knew that she was dating a new man, and I, of course,
No
asked her
secrets
questions. And she was like, "You want to meet him?" And then he comes on Zoom, starts speaking. I immediately melt. The Irish accent is everything.
It is.
Talk for us.
Total panty dropper, by
Top
the
of the
way.
morning to you.
Wait, well, now I feel like I need you to say because Melissa says you do it so well.
Maybe a little bit of later on.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're not like Tarzan.
Friday. It's Friday, you say all the time.
I do say it all the time.
Oh, he has a catchphrase. I love
I'm
it.
actually very nervous.
Why?
I'm joking for sake.
It's not
Proper Paul.
It's a
his
joke.
first
Come
time
on.
stage, everybody.
Oh!
He did this for Evan and Danny.
Oh.
My hero. My hero.
Well, and I'm so glad you agreed to do it because I feel we all love you so much, Dolores.
Aw,
and we love
thank you.
seeing you. And we love seeing you so happy. So I gotta know, how did you guys meet? How did it start?
Oh,
Who made
you
the first
wanna
move?
know?
Oh, yeah.
She's right over
Vanessa De
there.
Leon, stand up.
Stand up,
Because
De
she
Leon.
introduced us. She's his decorator, and I was
And
living
neighbor.
in a townhome, and neighbor and friend. I was living in a townhome, and I was like, first time in my life I had my own place to myself.
Without
and I was
Frank.
just- without Frank. Frankie, stop. And,
I meant Frank.
and she's like, she was the decorator for the whole development, and I'm friends with her also. And she goes, you should meet my friend Paul. And I was like, well, I'm not in the mood
I used to be
meet
a
anybody.
bachelor.
And so we were supposed to meet. We were supposed to go on a blind date. And both of our phones broke at the same time. And 2 days before our date.
Bullshit.
No.
I have to call it when
was-
I call it. Come on.
What?
Okay.
No. I went into I passed the Apple store and I was going in and he was there. And you were nervous. And I came up to you.
Aww.
Of course I was nervous. Just hot piece of ass
No,
walks down to the and I'm like, got a mask on.
But
and
I
she's
did.
got a
I'm not
mask
gonna
on.
lie. I saw his car outside. He drives a nice car. I'm like, that's only one guy drives that car around here.
Is that why you stopped at that Apple store?
That's the reason
No,
I got
it's
it.
around the corner from my house. Why were you there? That wasn't close to your house.
Ooh.
Maybe Vanessa told me where to go. I don't know.
I know. So I went in, and I'm never really nervous about anything. And I just went right up to him, and I started talking. And 3 hours later, we were still sitting there talking.
And what was the moment when you heard the accent? What happened?
Right away.
Clean up in aisle 4, please.
This is a first. Like, I'm used to dating the neighborhood guys, like, you know. And here's this guy from Dublin. I'm like, oh, what am I getting myself into? I usually know something about, or everything about the person, because I know everybody in New Jersey.
You really do.
I really do.
She actually really does.
Did you know anybody at Newark Airport that was like, did any flights land from Dublin where I can...
I can find out for you. Because I talk to everybody, but I never tell anybody who my friends are. So I find out everything.
How does an Irish man compare to Jersey men?
No. You know what I like? I like that his old school ways have not been diluted at all. It's like a real familiarity to me. It's not easy. We're old school here. So I had to get used to that.
I'm not easy.
No, it's not easy.
But neither is Dolores, but that's okay.
No, I'm not.
She's a sweetheart, but...
But he's, you know, he's tough. He's very family oriented, and nothing. He's still the same guy that came here. He's very successful. He's very smart, but he has never changed.
And does your family live in Jersey?
Nobody.
There's no family
Only
here.
my kids.
Oh, very nice.
Wow. Wait, when did you come to Jersey?
So I moved to America 23 years ago.
Okay.
An immigrant.
And 22 years later, you're with Dolores.
And you're on a TV show.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
How the did I end up here?
How was, because I mean, obviously, Dolores, you're used to being on Real Houses of New Jersey. Paulie, how was your first season? How do you feel after it? And are you excited to relive it right now?
What's your tagline, Paulie?
Yeah, what's
your tagline?
Great.
Dolores, when I found your sweet face.
What's your tag?
You, Joey. Listen, you know what? Dolores is an amazing person. When I started dating Dolores, yes.
Yes. Give it up for Dolo.
What she's done with her family, with her kids, you know, everything that's gone on in her life. She's such a good person. But when we started dating, you know, I didn't really know who she was. Honestly, I didn't. Vanessa was like, you know, you gotta meet my friend. Of course, did a bit of Googling. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, let's do that. So I was expecting to meet this, you know, glamorous woman, and then I'm in the Apple store, and in comes this Lululemons. I'm like looking at this ass, and boobs going everywhere, this jewelry, and I'm like, that's Dolores.
No.
And she's walking away from me. I'm like, what the am I gonna do? So anyway, I meet Dolores, and from that second, I knew that this was a real person. Growing up in Ireland, like I come from good people. Everybody's good, but I mean, I come from good people. And I actually met somebody that I could relate to really quick. Oh. And the substance that she brought to me was just like, just be real, just be normal. And she never changed from filming to what she does to every day. So for me, it was very easy. So I just follow her lead. So that's all I do.
Where do you connect the most? Because we've never seen Dolores happier. This is clearly something special.
I honestly just think it's two things. It's not just one, right? So I think it's both of us.
Like, our families are very similar.
Yeah.
And the things that we want in the future are very similar. And it's just, they're like, even my dad was a lot like his dad, and his mom's here from Ireland now. She goes and sits by my mom's house. So there's a lot of similarities, I just have to say. But he taught me how to drink. I've never been drunk before.
I had a couple of years ahead of her. But
What? He taught me, and I felt like I don't like to drink, and I have never been drunk before. So I start dating him, and I'm like, this guy's so cool. His house is a bachelor pad. He's like, I mean, it's
used to be
so nice. And here I come in, I'm like, this guy, everything, he's got music playing. He's got like this smell coming through the vents. It smells like sex in the house. It's just like.
But I was lonely.
Were you?
Before you, of course.
And I don't know if I believe that, but
It sounded good, right?
I'm gonna go with that.
Sounded good, right?
You know what?
I had these guys convince you to go with it.
I I'm gonna believe that because yeah. But
No,
so
but
we
that's
would
true.
stay up
I
all
was.
night drinking and talking and listening to all this music he introduced
Never
me
got
to.
naked on the kitchen island. Never.
Wait, so does this mean? Do you guys get a little? Do you get a little more turned up this season, this upcoming one, Dolores? Are you walking into parties now with whiskey? Like, how's it
No,
going?
I can't get drunk. I don't know what it is. I could outdrink him, and he's been drinking his whole life.
Oh my God.
Look at me. Look.
No, tell the truth. Like you
No.
think I'm.
We had one night, just real quick. One night we were in my house and they're going through like about, not even kidding, a bottle of tequila. So now I'm like waving in the wind, thinking like, am I on a plane or a boat, or am I fucking in Jersey or Ireland? And she's like, are you okay, honey? And I'm like, are you not dead yet? And then she goes, you want to take another shot before we go to bed? I'm like, a shot? Of course I want a shot. So she takes a shot. And I nearly pass out, and I see her for about 1 second going, I'm like, I got this. She's gone. She goes, nah, I'm okay. That is the truth, and that's when I said,
And I'm his first
the
Italian girl,
boss.
by the way.
Oh.
He has never dated an Italian girl.
Okay.
I said, how could you have been in Jersey this many years and never dated an Italian
and I
girl?
think I know why.
Why?
Because I probably wouldn't have lasted this long, but hell no.
What's the difference between Italian girls and...
Yeah,
Well,
that
you're a
was
woman.
my next question.
Not a girl, a
Dolores.
woman. You're a woman. You're a woman.
I'm a woman. Okay.
Okay. Well, what is it like dating an Italian woman? What's the best part?
Dating Dolores?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
The ultimate Italian woman.
It's very cool. It's very soothing. You know what? I never felt homesick until I started dating Dolores. That's the truth.
Girls
These
are
guys are falling for everything.
I think.
Oh my God! I
Guys, girls, everybody's gonna be slipping in your DMs. That's okay.
no,
I don't blame you. I would probably do
No,
it.
seriously. She gave me. She made me feel at home more.
Yeah.
Dolores, I don't think anyone's gonna slide in his DMs because I think everybody knows not to mess with Dolores.
Yeah. You're gonna get a piece of Patterson, Dolores, if you slide into his DM.
Yes.
So.
Joe knows Patterson Dolores when we were little. She
Wait,
knows.
Paulie, have you met Patterson Dolores? Has she manifested yet?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
My biggest mistake I made was giving her my password to my phone. Like,
Oh! Okay, I don't blame you.
that's my cousin.
and it was. But anyway.
But in fairness, she should not have sent me a naked photograph.
No, that cousin will never
I don't know what
text you
goes on
again.
in Ireland over there.
Well,
He's totally kidding.
Speaking of Ireland, we have a fun little game for you guys.
Uh-oh.
And it's called Paulie's Pot of Gold.
So basically the game is cash in or kiss. If you pull out a coin, you gotta cash in and answer a juicy question about your relationship. If you pick out a shamrock, you get lucky. You don't have to answer the question, you just have to give each other a little kiss on the cheek. You ready?
Do you guys think there's more coins or shamrocks in here? All right. Close your eyes.
Both of us are picking?
You're
We're gonna
pick
take
one at a
turns.
time,
I think I can feel which one is which one. Okay. All right.
Is that my shamrock?
Oh, what am I supposed to do now?
Kiss him. Ooh. Okay.
And I'm shy.
That's a 4-leaf clover.
Yes. All right. Okay.
Paulie, do you want to grab one now?
Yeah. Hold on. Is that a Jack Daniels?
Paul, what are you doing? Just
I want to
pick
pick
it.
this one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. We're cashing in. Who is more affectionate in the relationship? Who's into PDA? Who likes the smooching and touching and feeling?
I'm not from Patterson, so I think you can figure out who's more affectionate.
Who? We both can be.
No,
right?
yeah. She's taught me to be more affectionate.
I
If you really want to know, yeah. I say good morning now.
Oh, wow. Joe is shocked, guys, in
I
case
feel
you
like
didn't
Joe
hear.
Gorga's meeting a new Dolores on stage.
This whole season is a new Dolores, and I'm a little bit, I guess you want to call it shy. I don't know what the word is, but I never have shown a vulnerable side. Because it's like, I wasn't raised to do that, you know? I just wasn't. And it's not a sign of weakness. I'm sure of myself right now, and I could be that way for a minute.
For a minute.
Dolores, word on these Bravo streets is that this is your season. You are smack dab in the middle of the cast photo. I think we're all very excited to see what you bring to season 13.
She's amazing.
It's pretty amazing, but I had the support of somebody. And, you know, Frank and I are close friends, but he wasn't my person. You know, he's not my guy. This is someone who's a part of my life.
Frank's a great guy, everybody.
And he is. He's a great guy. But people, like, always thought, like, oh, you know, use her together. But I'm alone. I have been alone for a very long time, and I'm okay with that. But to have somebody with me was very nice and very different for me.
I feel also everyone's very excited now to see, because so many people have gone through what you and Frank have gone through in the show, where it's like you guys are now blending families together, each with new people. Are you excited for the audience to see that?
I am, and it does play out. You'll see a lot.
Okay.
You know, and just stay tuned. But it's a good season, and I think that each season people can relate to each one of us and something we're going through, whether it's an argument in your family or as a couple or, you know, just as a friend group and the different dynamics. There's different people now. So I love New Jersey. I would watch it if I wasn't on it. I would. We're very relatable. I happen to, my second favorite is Miami, not just because my Guerdy's here, but yeah.
Gerdified.
Gerdified. We've been Gerdified. But, you know, New Jersey to me is about family. And, you know, you go through it. We all go through it.
Well, and you're also very, very good at remaining neutral. It is.
That's not easy as it looks.
Well, yeah, it's like an art, I feel like, for you. It's like you are a master at the craft. I feel like you should get into politics or something. What is the hardest part about, like, remaining neutral in such a divisive
I'll tell you
cast?
what it is, and
Okay.
I have the answer, and I know people have always wondered.
Yeah.
But behind the scenes of doing that and not taking a side and not getting in the middle of the fight, I know how to fight, and I know how to fight for someone. Amongst friends, I stay neutral because I could support the person, but I don't need to support that argument. And I do care about all of them. I do. And I don't always agree with the person and what they're doing, but I still can stand by them as a... Behind the doors, behind closed doors, is not easy for me. I am left out of things. I am pictured as maybe not a good friend when I am a better friend than the person that's standing next to them.
This is real right here. This is real.
The person that's standing next to them isn't always a better friend than me. I don't like to instigate things. I like for things to calm down, and I'll speak my piece, because emotional people don't carry, they're not rational. It's not, emotions do not follow rational channels. They just don't. So when somebody wants to calm down, then I'm going to talk to you. Otherwise, I could get violent, I could get nasty when things are like that, and, well, you know.
I think we all were. I was upset but impressed at how much you just kind of, like, kept your composure this premiere.
Well, that's because I don't have the weight of the world on me anymore. Like, he
Excuse me.
takes a lot of stuff.
We have a love bubble.
Yeah, I'm in
Yes.
a love spot. You know,
A love pot.
I have. I know, Melissa Gorga. I know. But, you know, I have somebody in my life that off camera takes a lot of heat off me on things. I've always had, I've been divorced 25 years. And I've raised 2 kids by myself. And I've had a lot of responsibilities on my plate. And sometimes there was a lack of patience for things because of everything that I had on top of me. So I was able to let you know, it might have saved Jennifer's life this season that I had somebody in my...
I think I actually did save Jennifer's life.
You know, I had him, if you'll know in that scene, he stands behind me and he puts his hand on my back. And I was like, I wanted to throw
I actually
things.
took the knife. I was taking the knife out of her
I wanted to run out
back.
the door after her, and I wanted to get a hold of her. But you know what? It felt good to not when I rewatched it, though. I was sweating.
You can bruise a cup. Don't do it.
No, I know. But, you know, that was okay. I can't say I've been able to be that way in the past because of a lot of stuff. But anyway, being neutral isn't really neutral. It's not like I'm Switzerland. It's just I'm not getting involved with something that I don't think more people need to get involved in. Right? And so He can tell you what goes on behind the scenes. Thank you.
Okay.
Maybe I don't get an invitation. Maybe I don't get every invitation. But if that means keeping my integrity where it is, I'll do it.
Well, you're
Integrity over invitations.
Yes, that's right.
But he can tell you, I get some phone calls from all ends.
Oh.
Okay.
And I just calm it down. I
100%.
say, I'm sorry for how you feel, and I'm sorry for what you're going through.
And I've learned from that as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm, being Irish, highly strung. Sometimes you just want to be compulsive and go back real quick. But, I've watched being in this relationship and I've seen the dynamic of everything. And I'm like, wow, this woman really puts it forward. Like, because she doesn't add to the unnecessary
If I
needs.
care about you, I'll let you take things out on me because I understand. I care about you enough to know you need somebody to do that too, and I'll listen. But don't do it too much.
Dolores, who is the last phone call from
The last phone call from...
in your cast? You said you take a lot of phone
I
calls.
take a lot of phone calls. I've gotten 3 at the same time, actually.
Oh, wow.
The Powerpuff Girls.
3 on the phone getting one. One's clicking in. And I just listen. I don't need to add on. I'll just listen.
A politician, a therapist, you can do it all, Dolores.
and
Jeez.
It's life experience.
Yeah.
And I love that you're giving therapist vibes right now because we're opening up for a Q&A.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So, you can ask questions about their relationship with the show, but also if you have just a problem, I feel Dolores can help
I
you
actually
out.
have Zelle or Venmo. It's $500 for half an hour.
Hey, we have a question over here.
I can't see anything. Okay.
Is it me? Hi, Dolores.
Hi.
You're a queen.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, she is.
I don't think I am.
No,
but
you
thank
are. You are the best. I just wanted to know, what is your current relationship with Jen?
Oh, okay. So Jen did call and apologize.
See,
Okay.
So we'll start from scratch. We'll start over.
Okay. Love to hear that.
We got another one over here.
Dolores, we're all delighted to see how happy you are in a new relationship.
Thank you. And
Is that an Irish accent?
I truly feel that. I really do.
I'm a little biased because I'm Irish myself. Go Ireland.
Wonder girl.
What about this lovely
you
Irish
here?
man? Yeah, I'm from Mullingar.
I fucking set it up.
What about this lovely Irish man is different from all the Yankees that you've dated?
Ooh.
Woo! Love you, Dolores.
We'll be here for a while.
Like I said, he just reminded me of what it was like, the kind of guys I grew up with, and just old school, very loyal, very into family and principles, and I haven't seen it in a long time, so.
All right. I think... okay, yeah, we have time for one more question.
And he's fun.
Ooh.
It's a lot of
Dolores.
fun.
Okay, I've been watching Housewives for forever and just adore you.
Thank
Like
you.
a
Thank you
million
so much.
percent.
Thank
We're
you
Jersey
so
girls
much.
here.
Woo!
Like a million percent.
Thank
My
you.
question is, how did you navigate, which we haven't seen the upcoming season yet, except for the premiere, your relationship with Teresa and everything, unfortunately, that's unfolding with Melissa and Joe?
Because I treat it like family. I'm one of 5. And if my sisters are fighting, I'm not getting in between them. I'm going to let it ride out.
Let them do their thing.
It's family to me.
Yep.
I grew up with them. I know them since we're little. And they'll always be family to me.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I love that. Well, I also feel like you're family to me because I love you so much. Yes. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming on
you.
here
Yes, thank
and
you,
having
thank
some fun
you.
with us. Woo! Dolores and Paulie.
Yes, give it up for them, guys. Give it up for Carl.
Lindsay was like, I wore this amazing dress. I want everybody to see it, and I want everyone to see it now.
Yes.
Wait, so...
Well, you can still do your introduction, but I was very nervous, and I was like, just get me on stage so I can just get this over with.
Wait, I'm glad you came on early because I was about to ask the audience, but now I want to ask you because you're a Bravo fan. What's your favorite, most iconic housewife moment?
Oh, come on. Like, this is like years and years and years of me like going through my brain and trying to like, no. I'm gonna have to, I'll get back to you.
Okay. Well, you can get back
We'll
to
be
us, but
waiting.
what I want to do...
I can tell
She's a
you.
little feisty tonight.
Throwing the leg.
Throwing the
Aviva.
leg. The only thing... Unofficial or fake about me.
Wow, that's a great one. Yes,
I love that. And also, can we clap again for Lindsay and Carl from Summer House?
Hi, guys. Hi.
They're too gorgeous to not deserve a second intro.
Thank you for that.
I mean, what the You're a housewife in training. Woo! This is the place to be because, oh my God, these women are badass women.
We love them so much, but also, Lindsay, I'm kind of surprised because fans saw online the first few minutes of this upcoming episode of Summer House. I expect you to be in a nurse's uniform.
I want the nurse's uniform.
Oh.
I'm feeling a little sick right now.
Oh my God, Carl loves when I get dressed
That was
up.
actually my fantasy was a nurse role playing.
So
that was
we're
my
fulfilling
This
fantasies.
is my first time doing a nurse thing, and that was actually on
All
camera.
right,
so.
fine. Okay, we'll give you guys a secret. So that was actually a bet that we were playing cornhole against each other, and I know, like typical Summer House and cornhole. And my bet against him was like, okay, like if I win, I get my fantasy, which is sex on a plane, but we can't do that on a commercial airline. So
Because I'm too tall.
Yeah. Oh. I don't even know how you pee on a plane.
or like in general, what do you mean? Like you
I don't know.
cannot have
You need a private plane just so you can have sex
Exactly.
in the
Dr.
cabin.
Nicole's,
In the
Dr.
cabin.
Nicole's plane in Miami.
And his
I need
fantasy was
cabin
like
sex.
role play with me in a nurse's outfit. So he obviously
We
won.
saved a bunch of money.
So is that the only costume you have, or have you expanded? Do you have a costume closet?
No, I like literally every time I get dressed up, it's like I'm Barbie tonight. So
Yeah, how beautiful does Lindsay look tonight, guys?
No, you guys look stunning. You are literally the Ken and Barbie of Summer House, and
Thank you, guys.
You have absolutely been on a journey from friends to lovers to neither, back to lovers to getting engaged to planning a wedding. How would you sum up the evolution of your relationship? And knowing what you know now, what would you tell the younger versions of yourself on that first date?
Oh my God.
that first date,
Yeah.
that was like
the
what-
fireball date?
Oh my God, you guys, our first date was absolutely insane. We went on my roof, and I pulled out nips of Fireball from my purse. Like, who does that? First of all,
I feel a lot of people here probably have done that.
like who pulls out nips of Fireball? And I'm just like, yeah, single Lindsay's nuts.
Yeah, we don't want single Lindsay anymore. I locked that down like I told Everett to in season 1.
Okay.
I said to him, I said, you better lock that down, bro. You're going to miss out.
Because he was coming after it.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't listen.
I was going to say, it's been she said this, but it literally has been a fairy tale. You know, being friends, we have this amazing bond. We've been through so much together, and then, I got my together. We were in a much better place, and literally...
I got my together, kind of.
No, I was talking to Lindsay back in the green room, and we were saying how you guys could like sell your life story, and it could be an actual rom-com.
No, it is. It literally is an actual up rom-com. Like, we are literally like the definition of twisted fairy tale, which was my birthday theme last year. But like, then I wound up with Prince Charming and had no idea that was coming after.
Well,
Thanks, babe. We're right now in our babe era, and everybody hates us for saying babe so much. So apologies in advance, but also, yourself.
I'm glad you addressed that because I did sigh a little bit. But I do love that you say you guys are like twisted romance because from watching you guys on the show, it seems you two right now are like the most secure couple. Like you guys have each other's back, a lot of everything. Does it feel like that? Like you guys are kind of like coming in like in this upcoming season, like, all right, we have each other. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but we're just happy to be together.
I mean, I feel like we've been that way for the last 7 years. Like, we're best friends turned into lovers, turned into now we're engaged.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't help but have that person's back. Like, I will always, until the day I die, have this guy's back, and I will be in my grave having his back.
That was very sweet. That was really nice. I hope we can have sex tonight.
Oh.
Same.
I don't know how you have the stamina. You guys go to Barry's every day. How do you have the stamina to do anything else?
Well, actually working out gives you more energy, fun
Okay,
fact.
I don't need need to know about science.
No, I was going to echo what she said. I mean, we've bonded over the summers, and we drive together, and we were just always in each other's lives. And we just have so much chemistry that, we're in a good place. And obviously, we're like every other couple. We have our issues, but we try to work that shit out.
Yes, Lindsay.
Okay, so my question is for Carl.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, babe.
Lindsay from New York.
Okay, so we had to answer this question for a media outlet that's gonna probably, come out in a magazine in March. My question is, when did you know that I was the one?
Oh, when did you know?
I knew when we went to Florida, where Lindsay's from. Shout out to Florida. No Florida here? Any Florida?
We had Guerdy.
Russell
Yes.
and Guerdy are from Florida.
Yes.
And Jordan.
Yes. Guerdy, Russell, and our publicist.
I knew Lindsay was the one when we went home to Florida for Easter. And there's something about going to someone's childhood, where they're from, and seeing her childhood home. I got to see her high school. I got to see her first job. She was a cashier at a Winn-Dixie grocery store.
Shout out to Winn-Dixie.
Shout out to Winn-Dixie. But that really sold it for me. It was spending time with her family. We're cut from similar cloth. Good people, hardworking families. And yeah, I fell even deeper in love with her then.
That was
that's when I knew I wanted to ask her to marry me.
Than happened for me.
What?
When did
I
you know?
say, so here's how I answered this question on email to that outlet that's going to air in March.
I hope it wasn't an exclusive interview, but go on.
My answer was there was a point in time. I think we were friends, which we still are, but and I was at one point I was oh my God, I can't live without this guy. I just cannot live without this guy. And I think that's when I knew I had to stop denying my love for him.
Aww.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, you're welcome. Fuck you.
Well, I love how much you guys don't deny your love for one another, because I feel whenever you guys enter a room on Winter House or Summer House, everyone's trying to deny your love or deny something. How does it feel to be the couple everyone goes after?
Oh, well, first of all, I breathe and everyone goes after me, so let's start there. But I don't know.
I mean, relationships in the house always get kind of arrows, but I mean, we're OGs. We've been on it from the beginning, and I think we've brought a lot to the show, and people would rather talk about us than talk about themselves. Let's be honest. So I think keep bringing it. It's gonna keep letting us be on the show.
Anytime I am feeling a little vulnerable, Carl's listen, Linz, if you go and say, hey, talk about yourself and your life. You're going to be I don't know about that. And then you're okay, talk about Carl and Lindsay. You're going to be okay, no problem. So, I mean, it's just the reality of reality television is that, exactly.
Who do you think will be doing the most talking about your relationship on this upcoming season of Summer House? If you had to guess.
I mean, everybody, but, probably Danielle, let's be honest.
I was going to say Danielle.
Unfortunately.
I feel this is kind of a Bravo Brangelina breakup, because we're just wait, what? Are you guys as surprised as all of us of that being the answer?
I was absolutely surprised. I walked into the summer thinking that we were all good, everything was great, we're best friends, and it turned out that there was a lot more that she had to say, and not to me.
Do you feel people were in her ear in the house talking about you guys, or it all came from her mind?
Probably a combination of it, but it's kind of funny. We hear Melissa and Joe's love story, which is amazing. Shout out to you guys. You're an amazing couple.
Yeah, I'm actually glad that you're bringing that back.
You guys got engaged after
10
4
months.
10
months. Oh, no,
3
4
months.
months. 4
Four,
months.
4.
And then married at 10 or something. I also noted that in my mind, whatever you guys said.
Well, yeah, because they, in some worlds, people are going to go, that's really fast, right? And people are saying we were moving really fast, which...
we moved fast after 7 years of being
way
best
later
friends.
than what you guys did. So,
what?
So I think people had a lot of questions about how quickly we're moving in together, planning, future. And I think sometimes that's, polarizing, unfortunately.
Do you think
exactly?
Do you think there is a future reconciliation with Danielle down the line, or are you just kind of done for the moment?
I mean, I'm always a very hopeful person. Like, if anyone who knows me, like, I am very much like, I will fight with my best friends and I will make up with my best friends. Like, that is how best friends work. And especially if you are female. Like, if you're females, like, you are like, I will fight you to the death, but I will also make up with you.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that that's the end of this story. So
Right.
I don't have to spend the next 2 years talking about this.
Well, some gentlemen also seem to have some friend troubles too, because we all saw that Carl's a lover right now, but not a lover boy. How are you and Kyle?
He's my lover boy.
Has your relation? How is your relation? Has your relationship with Kyle improved? Taking that step back.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Kyle and I have an amazing like history and bond as friends. He's always going to be a friend of mine. I love the guy. I care about him. You know, for me, I had to really look out what was best for me in my career and looking ahead. And I'm still an investor of the brand. I'm really proud of what I've done for Loverboy, but I wanted to go find something that really like matched authentically with what I'm trying to do in my life. And 2 years sober now, I'm really happy about that. But maybe there's a world we can work on something down the line. But I love Kyle. I'm looking forward to getting back to like just our true friendship. It may take on a new shape, but yeah, I'm not with the brand anymore.
And I'm asking Lindsay this because I feel like you said, you defend your boy Carl. Do you think it was fitting that Kyle was on a show called The Traitors this year?
You know, it's so funny. I've been like watching the show, and the first thing he says is he's like, people don't know this about me, but I'm calculated. And I'm like, oh, really? I know this about you. Yeah, no, I'm hoping to be on Traitors second season.
You'd be so good.
Lindsay, you would actually kill it on Traitors. You would be so good.
It's so funny you say that. Andy also told me that the other day.
Yeah, we're campaigning for her to be on season 2 of Traitors.
Yes.
Well, we have a wedding to pay for, so I'm available for hire.
Okay. Well, you were mentioning this new era of your friendship with Kyle. You officiated his wedding to Amanda. Is there a chance that he could officiate y'all's wedding?
I mean, listen,
Who,
I love
Kyle?
him. I love him, but
No,
I'm gonna,
he's way too
I'm gonna say
long-winded.
no. And it's not any shade. It's just like,
He's just so long-winded. Like, there's no way.
but there's
Like,
no.
we'll
there's
be
no-
there for like 5 hours in the sun, like waiting for him to be like, okay, now I pronounce you.
I mean,
like,
there-
there's no shot.
Well, there's no rule of like if I officiate your wedding, you officiate mine. But
Right.
I think there's other people in our lives that we would like to officiate.
Who do you guys want to officiate? Or
Yeah, Captain Lee.
he's in the hat. He's in the hat.
Yeah, Captain Lee's in the hat. We haven't made the decision because we're still finalizing a few things, but stay tuned.
Because I feel a lot of people here, when we said at the beginning, a lot of people are here in relationships. I'm assuming a lot are married. How is the wedding planning process going?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Be honest.
Wedding planning
It's a nightmare.
sucks. Like, I'm gonna go like, yeah, I'm gonna do.
Yeah, we need
You
Guerdy.
need to get Guerdy on this.
I know. I
Can we
put
get
it in her ear. I was like, Guerdy, we're gonna talk about my wedding when I see you.
Can we get a Bravo discount, Guerdy?
She's like,
AKA, we need you to do it for free.
So,
Dress and cake.
what has been the most difficult part of planning the wedding?
Okay, so and I'm a publicist, and I plan weddings my entire life, like for the
Events,
last
you mean,
15.
not weddings.
Or sorry, what events? I'm not Guerdy. For the last 15 years, but planning your wedding is so different. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. Unless you're married, like, you just don't know how to explain. Planning a wedding is just crazy. And we have a lot of different criteria than normal weddings, like where it's like, okay, well, can you fit an extra like 100 people and rooms for our crew and cameramen and lighting and sound and like producers? Can you, like, also, do you mind if we film? So there's a lot more criteria. So it's a little bit like, it's just a longer process for us, but we are this close to signing a venue. To get married this fall. And that's all I can really say because I haven't signed a contract yet.
Well, I hate that it's been a problem for you and that it's been challenging for you, but I love to hear that it's gonna obviously be on the show.
We're hoping. We're hoping.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We're manifesting that.
Thoughts?
So.
I like that.
Thoughts on like a little wedding spin-off?
Yes. Well, there's also that. In New York? We're not getting married in New York now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need a little separation, I think, from New York. We got engaged in the Hamptons, which you guys will see this season on Summer House.
Yes.
I'm excited for you guys to see that, but I think we wanted somewhere warm and tropical, and
We're big beach people.
we like the beach.
Yeah.
Well, I also like, because you said we're going to see the engagement this season, which I'm excited for. We're seeing some new faces this season, too. Did we like them, or are you kind of like...
We love the newbies.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with the newbies. I just went out with the girls last week, and it was a night.
Ooh.
It's some much needed new energy.
You guys are gonna love them.
Yeah,
they're
they're good.
like all very different in so many different ways, but you're gonna love the new people.
I also love you have like a girl squad in the house now. So you can be like, all right, I'm not walking into a room where everyone's talking about me. I can just hang out in another room with people.
Yeah. Well, this season is like a little different, right? Like we ran into some trouble with the room situation based on zoning and legalities in the Hamptons. So we can only have like, a certain number of rooms. Like this season kind of beyond like the actual drama between people was like already drama just with the house. So it was like a lot.
Yeah, we went from 9 bedrooms to 5 bedrooms.
And like 11 people.
Yeah, the homeowner actually like got busted for like false advertising. You can't advertise that you have more rooms than are actually zoned for. This house was zoned for 5 rooms, and it turned into 9.
Oof. All right. Well, we also, because we want to do a little quick Q&A before we have a fun game with Lindsay and Carl. So if anybody has any questions, we're going to have a microphone going around.
Okay, how do we pick?
Someone just got picked now.
Oh, okay.
Hi, I love you guys so much.
We love you so much.
Love you.
How was it being sober this summer in the summer house?
I mean, it was my second summer not drinking, and really proud of that. I get this question a lot. I mean, listen, I think I want to just, show people you can still have a good time. You can still have your opinions, still be vulnerable, still be crazy and weird. But for me, it's really given me a new lease on life. Like, if I was still drinking, I don't think I would be on Summer House.
Or with me.
So it's given me a new lease on life. And anybody who's out there that, has been through, some difficult things, like, you can turn your around and you can get your life together and still have a good time. So.
Also, can I just add to that? First of all, I'm so very proud of Carl. Like, to get sober by yourself and like in the lifestyle that we live and in like the house that we live in is nuts. So like, congrats on you. Second of all, like, thank God for like all of this like non-alcoholic industry. Like, they are creating so many beers and wines and like mocktails and spirits and everything. The non-alcoholic industry is so incredible right now, and like that's very helpful. So thank you for the non-alcoholic industry.
We have another one over here.
Okay.
Hi, Carl. I just want to know, your story is so inspirational and like obviously has an impact on people. Would you write a book? Are you writing a book? Is it in the process? Because if not, like, make it happen. And also we'll talk because I work in book publishing.
Oh.
Well, I'll write a book. Wait.
Thank you for saying that. You're very kind. No, I'm not working on a book at the moment. I've been kind of dealing with a transition from kind of the full-time job to some new things, but I've thought about it. Lindsay's also, I think, working on a book.
I'm writing a book.
Oh. Wow.
But I definitely would like to explore something like that. There's a lot that people on Summer House may not know about me and or Lindsay, like what we've been through, how we've gotten here. And anything I could do to give back and motivate or inspire people with my story is really what it's all about.
I think he needs a podcast.
Ooh. Well, I feel there are a lot of people here who would listen to your podcast, but what we're looking for right now is 2 super Summer House fans that we can crown the next unofficial official cast member.
Ooh.
All right, who's a super Summer House fan?
Make some noise.
So make some noise.
I don't know. There's like what she's
I see one over here. I see one
All
over
right,
here.
so I see you jumping.
Like you have to know
Okay,
trivia.
yes. If you're jumping
like
in the white.
trivia from season
And
1.
this one
shit.
right here. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We want you. So you're coming up
You're
on
coming up,
stage.
and you're
Yep.
coming up. Over here's the end. Over here.
Yes.
And then, which one of you wants to jump over to this seat?
I don't know who wants to.
Who wants to
I don't
be
know who's
Team
on
Lindsay?
my
Who wants to
team?
be Team Carl? Oh, she wants Lindsay. She wants Lindsay. Okay. So you're gonna be Lindsay. You're gonna be. Hello, hello. Okay.
All right. So wait, can I get your name?
Lindsay, grab.
Andrea.
Take that mic, Lindsay.
Andrea on this side.
Okay.
I'm Carl.
Okay. So who do we have?
Louise from Ireland.
Oh, it's Louise from Ireland.
And
Okay.
wait, Andrea, where are you from?
I am from New York.
Okay, the Ireland of America. Go on.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. All right, so the first question that you guys are gonna have to work on together. So what's gonna happen is you two are now teams. Who knows Summer House the best? Question 1. Perfect.
She's confident.
What season did Kyle Cook say his legendary summer should be fun?
4. 3. I think
It was 3.
I think it was 3.
We have the right answers, guys.
Season 3.
I think it was season 3 too.
You. Oh.
Season. Oops. Anyone want to shout it?
I think it was 3.
No, it's
It was season 2. So unfortunately.
Your fingers are up. Your fingers
Unfortunately, neither of you get the point. That's okay.
But if we take 1 away from 3, which I said, then it's 2.
Oh, ooh, okay. I like the way you're thinking.
There was so much going on. Season 2 was a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do this.
Okay.
I'm not nervous.
The next question,
Well, then
guys.
answer the question right, man.
Which A-lister did Lindsay spill once slid into her DMs and she rejected?
Okay, tell me.
Slid into her DM.
I mean, if you know the answer, if you remember.
I know.
Was it?
Sexy Jamie Foxx.
Oh!
I was going to say
correct.
Jamie Foxx.
That is correct.
He will never get this.
Okay, wait, let me clear this up. This was not a slide into the DMs. I don't know what media outlet got that wrong.
Daily Pop, so take it up with them. And they're now canceled, so I don't think
it wasn't
This was
us.
in like real fucking life before DMs existed.
Oh,
Back
wait.
in 2012 maybe, or 2011. Like there was no sliding in. Like it was like a slide in person.
Wow, okay. And
Not
you
in a sexual way, just like a.
you were not about it.
No, I just was like, hey, I think we should be friends.
Okay. And
All
then
right.
he was
And
like,
then
I'll
we
go on to
became
Katie
friends.
Holmes. Yeah.
Next question is, who angrily threw a watermelon off a balcony inside the home?
Ashley Workus.
Ashley.
Ashley Workus.
Okay. All right, so you guys both teams got that. Danny, are you keeping score?
It's tied.
Okay.
It's tied.
I'm Irish, so we have good luck on our side.
Okay.
I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys
you guys
get
didn't know
confused.
this.
Okay, so what did Kyle bring to his Animal House toga-themed toga party in season 4?
A wig. And a goat.
Oh, okay. Yes, that is the answer. He brought goats. Okay.
And a mini horse.
And a mini horse. Okay. That is correct. So you
All right, so it's
you
tied.
gued both get a point for that.
A mullet and a goat. What the is wrong with our show? No wonder I need to be a Jersey housewife because I'm dealing with mullets and goats
No,
over here.
mullets and goats forever, baby. Come on.
Which Summer House star first came up with the name of Paige and Hannah's podcast, Giggly Squad?
Kyle Cook.
Oh, okay. Well, Lindsay's quick. Lindsay's
now
quick.
She's on it like a car bonnet.
Did you know
It's a
this?
speed round. It's a
I
speed
did.
You did.
I did.
Okay.
Wink, wink. I definitely did.
All right.
I'm just happy to sit next to you.
How many pages was Kyle's infamous email?
17. I actually knew that.
17.
For the record, it shows.
17.
Both teams are doing really well. Maybe because there's.
Wait, Oh, you want? Okay. Oh, this could be a hard one, Lindsay. I don't know if you'll remember this.
Let's
Lindsay's
go. We
favorite
got this.
sandwich
Let's
is an
get
Italian
activated.
sub.
Okay, you knew that, but which one of the Summer House cast members did Lindsay once crop out of an Instagram post?
Oh my God,
Amanda.
Oh, she gets a point. She was so quick with that.
Well, give it to Lindsay because that was.
She
that was
deserved
Lindsay's
it. She
Instagram.
deserved it.
It was Danielle's idea.
I second the motion. I seconded the motion, even though we didn't know each other at the time. I seconded the motion.
I love Irish people.
I just hair flicked.
Okay, how old did Lindsay's OBGYN say her eggs were last
28.
season? Oh. I
Bro better impregnate me real quick.
For the record, I feel so creepy right now.
All right, this last one. I have
I'm
faith
proud
in
of you.
Yeah.
I have faith in you. Okay. Complete this quote from Jordan, TBT, season 3.
Not
Stop talking about my.
Oh. Okay.
I kicked her in her face.
Well, I don't know who. Well, you know what? Who won?
I don't know. I'm really bad at math, and I feel like both teams did really well.
It's a tie.
We definitely won.
So you know what?
No.
Because a tie
Summer
up
should
there
be
is
fun, and we definitely won.
Either way, we're activated.
Always.
I don't care about winning because I get to go home with Lindsay, and that's winning.
You guys both did a fantastic job. But I really loved your enthusiasm, so I'm going to be
Where
crowning
is her
you
sandwich?
the next
We need a
star of Summer
sandwich.
House with this gorgeous mullet wig.
Woo!
Yeah. Send it.
You are still a Summer House star.
Yes, you are.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Clap it up for the super fans.
Congratulations.
And clap it up for Lindsay and Carl. And
Do
can
you-
we have,
wait,
well, you
do
guys
you have
can
anything
we have
to say?
all of our people back
I
up, our
do.
lovely Bravo family coming back up. Can we clap for how much fun and amazing they all were?
Okay, wait, we have a speech from our next Summer House star.
Oh.
She'd like to say something.
Okay, I just want to say I love Lindsay. Have always loved her from the start. And it makes me so mad when other people on the show are so na-na-na and they get away with murder. So I just love you for always being outspoken, looking fabulous, and just being yourself. So thank you.
Well, thank you for that. I really do appreciate that.
Wear it
the
with
truth
pride.
always comes out, so I'm not really concerned.
And that's on season 7.
And that's on season
Yes,
7.
yes, come up, guys, come on.
Lindsay, Carl, Dolores, Paulie, and Guerdy and Russell.
Thank you guys so much, and shout out to Tri-State Cadillac, who this show was presented by. They have a fun little gift bag and a present for you on the way out, so be sure to pick it up.